I love living in the country. I love the peace and quiet when I get peace and quiet. I've always wanted to be a farmer, even when I was a tiny kid. And it took me a while to grow up enough to realise that to be a farmer you had to own a farm. In this house we're sitting in, I was one of 5 children on a fairly small farm. We thought it was big at the time, but the way agriculture works around the world is enterprises have to get bigger and bigger, and what was good enough in the 50s is no longer good enough now. We really had to buy most of our land to be able to do what we're doing. We began Meredith Dairy in 1991 in the height of the recession that happened back then in response to very high interest rates. Agriculture became very unprofitable. Wool prices halved in a year. We were wool farmers at the time, so we looked for an industry where we would have control of our price and control our destiny. Meredith Dairy makes sheep and goat milk products. We're vertically integrated, so it's our milk on this farm turned into fresh yogurt and fresh cheese. The prime thing with sheep and goat milk is you need fresh milk to make good product. So we process daily, and that totally dominates our farming practices, always having fresh milk in the right amounts every day of the year. The rest of the goat industry tends to be small niche players who, like us, are vertically integrated and have their own milk. The large players generally buy in milk, so they only process a few times a week. Therefore, they can't match our freshness. The industry has grown a lot since we began, and our ambitions have changed a lot in that time. Our original aim was to replace my wife's nursing salary while we had a family. We look for simple things like eating a family meal together every night, no matter how busy we are, and trying to make sure that at least we contact some friends once a week and do something social. Our main challenge in building the dairy is that we just didn't start out with enough money. Being vertically integrated, we have to buy land, build up goats, etc., and develop a factory, fund debtors and things like that. And that's been the main obstacle. We actually began milking sheep. The first night we got this tiny bucket of milk, and it had about half as much milk in it as I budgeted on. And I did think, wow, we're in trouble here. We struggled along for what seemed like for ages, but we were working hard at the time, and we didn't think that would set us back forever. When I look at leadership, largely it's about looking after your own enterprise and looking after the people that you come in contact with. Our staff, I hope, enjoy how we do things. We've 100 odd staff, as you would expect. I know them all. I probably know more about most of them than what they think I know, and I care for them all. The business is a little like a family. We've certainly got 3 generations involved in the business. That's true for me, I should say. My father works a little bit in the business, and our children also help out. I do really enjoy working with animals out on the farm, but on the other hand, I do enjoy more complex problems that are thrown at us now. So it's a trade-off. Towards 5 o'clock, as the managers and so on leave, I tend to drift out onto the farm and revert to a sort of farmer I was 30 years ago. That's heaven for me, pretty much. I've had some lovely letters from customers over the years. I always like the handwritten ones. I think, wow, someone's bothered to write a letter to say they really like our cheese. Most of the rewards have been quirky little things along the way, like the thrill of watching someone in Hong Kong buy a tub of our yogurt off a shelf, being in Manhattan, seeing our cheese on display there, being in Beijing, seeing our products there. So it's funny little rewards that keep us going.